What's up, guys? It's Chase from Chase's Workshop, and in this video we're going to continue to work on the Telecaster bridge pickup. If you didn't see the last episode where I built the bobbin and put the magnets and all that stuff into it, just click right here and go back and check it out. One thing I've changed on this guy is that I've decided to put a back plate on here. One of the reasons why is because it's going to be hard to mount in the guitar without doing something else back here, and I just figured I might as well go ahead and do that. And plus, too, I figure if you're wanting to build a Telecaster bridge pickup, you're probably going to want a back plate on it anyway. So I figured I'd show you how to do that. So in this video, we're going to get the thing wound like I've got it here. This is done for this video. We're going to get it wound, get the eyelet set, mount the back plate, and a few other little things. And I've made a couple mistakes on it, so you'll see those too. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, give me a like. If you like it, please subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Alright. Getting it? I got my little camera helper here with me. There it is. It's pretty good, don't it? It is. You said it wouldn't work out, didn't you? There we go. There's our back plate. Okay. I can give everybody tell everybody hey. What kind of hey was that? Hey. Hey. Your hey sounded like a 16-year-old. Hey. By the way, I've decided to put a back on this thing, so that's what it's going to be like right there. I've got this other pickup that this is one I actually bought, and I'm just kind of using it as to help me line up the hose on this that we just cut out. Now, basically all I did was just set it on top of here and took a pencil that Peyton's using right now and marked the hose and then spotted them. This is actually the screw that goes into this guy is a 632. 632 is the ones that fit these. So that's what we're going to drill them out to on that, and then that's going to go like so. And then I got to drill the hose on this guy, and then I got to drill 2 hose for our eyelets right here. So there's that. And this kit right here comes from Stewmac. It's got the drill bit, the punch, and a bunch of eyelets that come with it. So I can't remember how much I paid. I'll put it in the description where you can go buy one if you want to. Alright, so I got the hose drilled here. And like I said, I'm going to be using this bit here, which is a 632 bit. And then all I've got to do is I'm probably going to mount this on here. I can't remember how I did it before. I can't remember if I mounted this and then wound the pickup. I think I did. I think I mounted that, had everything mounted and done, and then wound the pickup with all this together. But I've got to drill these hose back through the top here, and I'm just going to use the same bit. And then when I do the thread, I'll just thread the wood too, so it'll be a little bit more on there. Now, one thing you've got to do when you're putting these together is you don't want these magnets to touch this back plate. And what I did in my last one, I basically just put a piece of masking tape right over the top of these. I've got some pickup tape out there I might put over these, and then I'm probably gonna either super glue and epoxy, or super glue and tape, or I might epoxy this just to try it out and see what it does, see how it does any better. One other thing on these, when you're doing new copper like this, get you a spot that's ground down where you can solder to, because it's hard to solder to this when it's clean. And when this is not on the pickup, it's a lot easier to solder to that way. So there's that. Alright, so I got those drilled out, and all I did basically was just took this, held it on the back here, put it in my drill press, and I used a piece of wood to kind of support the back, and then just drilled straight through into those. So there's that. Now I've got to drill 2 holes right here for the eyelets. And like I said, this one comes from Stewmac, and it comes with the eyelet setting tool. and the drill bit for the eyelets. I'm just take a measurement off of this pickup just to give me an idea. About right in there. So we'll take this, go right against the edge there and just make a little mark. Flip it and do the same thing on this side. So we got that. And that measurement's already about center of the hose, so I'm just going to bring this hole out here to the center. And the same thing here. So now you can kind of see, got two marks there. This being wood, I really ain't got to hammer it, as long as I don't want to hammer it because I'm afraid I'll break this wood if I ain't careful. Right there. So I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna use this bit here and drill these two guys out. All right, so there's pretty much the bobbin, all the hose done and everything. Oh, that was stupid. All right, try this again now. I just got some 5-minute epoxy here. Trying to put it more in the middle, to where when I press it on there, hopefully it'll spread out and get rid of any of the spots that are different on the thickness of the pickup. So that looks pretty good, actually. I think I'm just going to let that dry just like that. There it is. Okay. Now I'm going to flip it and put it right against the granite here. And just that little nipple goes right in the hole. I may have just cracked it just a little bit right there. I gotta be careful. Ooh, I did crack it. Looky there. Yeah, I think it'll work, but I don't like that. I was kind of worried it might do that, but anyways, we're gonna go with it anyways. But there's the issues with using wood. Okay, well, as you can tell, it did crack. I put some super glue on there and tried to, maybe strengthen it up. I mean, it's just kind of spread apart right there, and I'm hoping that it's all gonna work just fine. But like I said, when you're building one like this, just be aware this wood it's a lot harder to use than plain old fiberboard. It's cheaper, but it's harder to use. Okay, I'm gonna be using the painter's tape and super glue trick to mount this thing on here. I'm going to try to center it up as much as I can with that center hole right there, and then glue it down like that, hopefully, if all works out well. Alright, so here's the pickup winder. Here's what I did to it. Basically, I built these on the CNC machine and just basically just mounted them on here where I thought it'd be comfortable, right around in here somewhere to hold the wire. This is actually the bobbin from the old pickup winder. I've been using it. I just haven't built any for this one yet, but I plan on building some in the future. I just ain't got around to it yet. But there's the pickup there. I'm gonna try to film this as good as I can. I'm gonna maybe put this back here to where you can kind of watch the wire build, hopefully. Okay, so here's the wire that I'm using. It's a Timco 42 gauge wire, and you can barely see it here, but I'm going to show you how easy this stuff is to just snap. So there it is, and I mean, it's not much tension, can break this stuff really easily. I'm just going to take the wire and I'm going to go right through that hole there. Pull me enough out, and then I'm just going to start going through the hole a bunch of times. Alright, I'm going to go through the loop again here, if I can. Alright, just keep doing that until you feel like you've done it enough times. You can see I've got a pretty good bit of wire built up there. And I'm going to take this piece here. I'm just going to tape it down on here. Just press it on real good. Okay, so what I want to show you right quick is where I've got the wire at, because I've had people ask before. I've got it sitting right there in the floor, right between my legs. And the wire's coming up and going to the pickup winder. Alright, I've got 20 windings on it. And now I want to get my guides done. Good. Now this one right here, I'm going to move it on out too. Bobbin, so no. Okay, now what I want to do is I'm just going to start really slow and start and check, and I'm just going to barely hold my finger on this guy. I'm not going to. Last pickup I made, I put way too much tension in the pickup and it bowed the pickup. So this one I'm going to try to go real light tension with my fingers and see how that does. Just checking to make sure I don't have any wires catching on anything right there. Now we're going to go with it. It's looking good. So far, so good. As you can tell, you can stop and you can look and see where you're missing some wire at. I mean, you can tell I got a little bald spot right there. So I'm going to try to move into that area and hit some of that if I can. So you can tell I'm building up too much on the ends. Because when you think about it, when you're winding and you come to an end and you stop and you go back, and you come to this end, you stop and you go back, you're hitting those two ends pretty quick and you're staying on them longer. So when you get to the ends, now I'm gonna try to work some in the middle and try to build it up a little bit in the middle as best I can. So maybe from about here to about here. We're at about 2,700 windings. Almost got like a tornado pickup. It's going. I don't know how I did that. It's kind of weird. You can tell this top's building over here and the bottom's building over here. I don't know if that's from. I don't know. Maybe I'm going. I think maybe I'm going too fast with my back and forth on my finger. I guess. Maybe I should go slower. $7,500 windings, and here we are. I'm gonna break my wire, and I'm gonna take this thing off of here. And I don't know how in the world. You see how it's kind of angled? It's weird. I know it's operator error, I'm sure, because like I said, I'm not an expert at this, but I'm learning. Okay, as you can tell here now, I did the same thing here that I did here. The pickup looks good. It's just I don't know that there. It's just kind of odd to me for some reason. And I'm sure there's a reason behind it. We're going to see what this thing sounds like, but hopefully in the very near future. So if you like the sound of it, maybe you should do a angled pickup like that. I guess I don't know. But anyways, everything else turned out pretty good on it. Next thing we're going to do is put some wires in these holes, solder them up, and then all we got to do is pot it, I guess. Is that right? Let me make sure. Put the wires in, solder everything up. I got to tap these holes. I probably should have already done that, but I didn't. So whatever. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a like. If you like it, please subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys.